it was a really fascinating panel. We discussed a lot of things related to how millennials, the newest generation of wine buyers, how they are responding to marketing and the way that they are choosing wines and the way that they are drinking wines in restaurants. It's really fascinating how they're changing the way that people are buying wine. To me, the most exciting thing is how adventurous this generation is. They are looking for new and unique wines in emerging regions, and they like the classics, but mostly they're looking for something very new and very different. I do create a sort of a core wine program that our restaurants work with, but primarily what I do is I educate our buyers and try to make them better informed and better educated so that they're choosing the best wines for their restaurants. We have about 65 hotels and restaurants around the United States. Every hotel has a different restaurant in them, and the restaurants are very different from one another. So we have Italian restaurants, we have nightclubs, we have very American restaurants, fine dining, casual, and so each restaurant has a very different perspective and a different style of wines that they buy. So I have a selection of wines that I choose, and the restaurants have to have a percentage of their list from that core selection. But then from there, I encourage them to be better buyers. I'll do educational programs around Italian wine, for example, so that our buyers for Italian restaurants are choosing better wines that match their concept. So we try to make sure that we have wines that are very unique and specific to not only that city or that region. In Oregon, for example, we have a lot of Oregon wines, but also wines that are very specific to their restaurant's concept. This is my first experience with this exposition. It's really a wonderful group of people and a lot of fascinating subjects that we've been.
And did you meet a lot of people like buyers, consumers, like during those days?
Yes, I've met a lot of really great buyers from around the country, and I've seen a lot of friends, which is always a good thing. And then I've met some wonderful producers, some of whom I've known, and then some new ones. So.
Millennials. Millennials means social media. They live online. They have experimented everything online. Online, everything is accessible, and everyone is accessible. So, according to my research, and among all the social media, social networks, the one who plays a bigger role is Twitter, because Twitter is kind of a bigger WhatsApp, because with WhatsApp you are texting only to your friends or maybe to a small group of your friends. So with Twitter you are texting to everybody who is in the same topic, and the topic is wine. So, but how to use Twitter? So I gave during the seminar all the tips how to post the right tweet in the right moment, because even the right moment, I showed a graph that can be seen if you log on hashtags.org-analytics, and then you enter the hashtag wine. You will have an instant image of how many people are tweeting about wine in that very moment. So it's very important how to tweet. First of all, you have to find your customer. I mean, you have to be educated. The person, let's imagine that I'm a winery and I want to promote my brand into Twitter. So first of all, I have to make sure that the person behind Twitter, the account who is in charge of tweeting, address to the visitors of a winery who are most likely upper middle class people, educated folks. That is very important. The most important tip is how to hashtag. And according to, in my seminar, I say that a great hashtag is not only wine, because wine is so generic, even though it has so many hits. But a good one is wine lover, because it opens the door to whoever loves wine, but not necessarily is a wine expert. Another great hashtag is Wine Wednesday. Vino Mercoledì in Italian, Wine Wednesday, for many reasons, but the hashtag has been created by Twitter itself, so it's very powerful. There are so many people who wait for Wednesday to tweet, and so if you are a winery, wait for Wednesday to promote your wine, your whatever you want to promote, rather than post your tweet on Tuesday or Monday. Do the Wine Wednesday hashtag and build your brand. Again, remember, when you use Twitter, You have to build your brand, not your wallet. And also address like a human being. You are not a winery, even though you are a winery, but it's much better to be a first name and a last name, because people want to interact with human beings. And then what else? Remember that millennials, they don't want to waste money. And so since applications are many of them, the majority of them are free application, the best wine application is Vivino. And it gives you all the reviews, all the emotions, everything about wine. You can use also Vivino to have more information about a specific wine that you're looking for. But also, Vivino allows you also to know which restaurant is close to you with a great wine list. It's not only restaurant, but with a great wine list, and you can check right away the wine list in that very moment. First of all, I use a lot social media. And so I'm very grateful to Vino 2016 to be able to address to those who are potential consumers. Actually, they lead the US market with a 23% of consumption by volume. That is still low compared to the 40 or 50% of consumption of Generation X or baby boomers, but they are just 23 now, and there will be more and more in the next year. So it was great because there are so many young consumers doing at the wine tasting, and they are enjoying, taking notes, asking questions. So I really enjoyed very much.